Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, April 30th. And I'm coming to you from Waterloo, Canada. I just got to be at Marissa and Peter's wedding. And so, dear friends of mine. So anyway, here we are, right? I can do this from anywhere. Just our cards today are ones that I have, have on my phone as apps. So that's kind of fun to have that. We're going to get started with the fact that yesterday and into today, depending on where you are on the globe, was the full moon. Hello. So the full moon already is a time of release, of expansion, of intensity, lots of super intense emotions. Good morning, everybody. So good to see you. But the full moon this time was in Scorpio. And so, this allows us to go even deeper. So yes, it's about releasing. It's about awakening to what is no longer serving us, what we no longer need. But with Scorpio, we go even deeper down into all of that, really the shadow parts of ourselves. What we don't really want to look at, what we don't like about ourselves. And so that's hard. That's a hard place. And there's been a lot of, major symptoms going on with a lot of people. Good morning, Jen. There's a lot of symptoms like, oh my goodness, with people feeling really physically ill or dealing with major like allergenic situations or whatever. So what that really indicates to me is that, again, we are being kind of brought to our knees, forced to look at parts of ourselves that we have not embraced and maybe don't love yet. So you may be extra sensitive, and the next 24 to 48 hours that might still be going on. Take some time to yourself. You might be feeling like you're sitting in the mud, and I definitely have done that, where you just don't feel like you can really face the outside world. Sit in the mud, sit in it, feel what it feels like to be uncomfortable, because that's actually really, really going to serve you. It's like a lotus flower sitting in the mud is gaining these nutrients so that it can then blossom and come out of that. So that's, for some, what's going to be going on. This is a good time to meditate, a good time to do maybe some guided grounding meditations, also some protection meditations, so that you can really allow yourself this time to heal yourself and release these deep parts and start to shine the light of day on some of these deeper aspects of yourself so that we can love ourselves more fully. So some oils to use, which didn't come in as our oil of the week, but to support you came in like frankincense, on guard, and melaleuca to really help with if you're feeling stuck in the mud at the moment. So the frankincense is so nurturing and reminds us of divine love, really. And so use your frankincense, especially on the crown chakra. That's a really powerful spot to put it. On guard and melaleuca are good ones to diffuse in your home, etc., so that you can maintain some good boundaries, and also so that you can be protected in a more protected space while you're going through this. So that's the full moon. Moving on. Grapefruit is our oil of the week. I just love grapefruit. Just open the bottle and smell it. It is so fabulous. This is a great one to put into your water, if you like to put oils in your water. But this is about full acceptance of yourself. So again, that goes perfectly with the moon. or this full moon in Scorpio. And so this is seeing all parts of yourself and seeing, the good and the bad, and coming to just the practice maybe of acceptance. Start to accept those parts of you and know that it's a process. So as we continue to shift and evolve and transform, remind yourself that you're always, always loved by the divine and by the universe, by God. We are all here doing the best that we can. And when you start in that space and place, it really is comforting, but honestly, that is the truth. So just know that you're loved, and with all parts of you are loved, all parts. So the more we accept ourselves, the more that we can do, the more that we're not burdened, and the more that we can serve and really fulfill our divine purpose on the planet. So, fulfilling our divine purpose is really big. And so hopefully these Monday mornings are helping you to come closer to that and knowing that. And these full moons that we get to have every month and using our oils all are super supportive of us moving on that path. Okay, so then I picked some cards, but again, I picked them on the apps on my phone because I'm traveling, and this way I can still travel light. And so I chose Kuan Yin, who is one of my faves, and she is this amazing goddess. And what she had to say this morning was the Valley of Shadows, which we got months ago, and this is such a powerful one, this Valley of Shadows, and it's the same theme that I've now talked about a little bit, which is our souls need more mud to grow. Our lotus blossom, our soul's lotus blossom needs more mud, and so every experience serves us, and just keep reminding yourself of that. So, I've had some dear friends who've had some severe physical symptoms going on, and it's so easy to get really stuck in the physical of it. And once you open it up and say, okay, what's going on? Why is the universe stopping me in my tracks? Why am I getting slowed down? What body part is being affected? And then what is that trying to say to me? And so that really gives us so much insight, what is happening physically to us and how that is pointing us into a direction. So for example, if you are having issues with your ears, what do you not want to hear? If you're having issues with your eyes, what do you not want to see? And so asking yourself some of these questions can be really profound. And I would suggest journaling about that, meditating on that. And then again, just understanding that our cards for this week are really all about that. We've got the full moon, we've got now the Valley of Shadows. So by going into these deeper and darker places, we're actually learning a lot more about ourselves. Like when we come out of it, we know ourselves better. We feel more deeply about ourselves. And I'm hoping that you're then feeling more love towards yourselves and compassion and empathy. So, good morning, Adrian. So, we can practice accepting all parts of ourselves. I always use that word practice because it feels just daunting to say, like, just accept yourself. That's been something for me that has been a practice, and it's getting better. It's getting better. So these hidden parts of ourselves are now ready to be revealed. And that's, again, what the full moon is helping us to do cosmically, and then what these reminder cards are doing as well. So, okay. 2 more cards. So the next one was from my Goddess Guidance deck. That's again on my phone, and I love using that deck. I haven't used it in a long time, but it's on my phone, so it's perfect. Hi, Nicole. And we got the Egyptian goddess Bast, B-A-S-T, and she's all about independence, but she also represents a cat. So she transforms into a cat, and she's an Egyptian goddess. And so she's bringing to us some cat-like traits or features. And so one of them is the divine feminine, which is, you know, what I'm really studying right now and bringing more of myself in. We all have, you know, male and female have the divine feminine, and that is something that I feel like is really rising up for so many of us, the divine feminine. And so Bast is bringing that. She's bringing cat-like qualities, which is the divine feminine, gracefulness, independence, playfulness, and intuition. So she is reminding us that our independence is really the foundation for our strength and our success. And so again, as we are sitting in the mud, as we are allowing ourselves to go deeper into ourselves and understand, love ourselves deeper, we are really gaining strength, and we are gaining independence and freedom, which is really what my divine purpose is. And so, you know, out of this solitude that you may feel a desire to be in, you know, all of these answers are inside of you, and just, you know, be aware of that. Be aware that you have those answers. You know what you need, and yeah. Okay, so then I asked, you know, I used my inquiry deck, my new inquiry deck, which I just love. And if anyone wants to get these, they're called inquirycards.com. And I just love them. So I said, how can we more powerfully move forward? That was the question that came to me for all of us, for our awesome community. So how can we more powerfully move forward? And the card that I got was, what am I expecting? Ah! I love these cards because they stop me in my tracks, and I don't know what to do with that. What am I expecting? So I'm going to sit in meditation today on a plane or waiting for a plane, and I'm going to allow that to just percolate and see where it brings me. What am I expecting? What am I expecting out of my life? What do I want from my life? Am I expecting other people to behave in certain ways? Am I don't know. I don't know. So enjoy that. Enjoy the part of that. What am I expecting? So anyway, love you all. Have a fantastic week. It's so much fun seeing you here. And I'm thinking of all of you, and I have all of you in my heart. And I look forward to seeing all of you again next week. Make it a fantastic week.